So, hi guys. I hope you all can see my screen. So now today I'm going to be teaching you guys a lot. So if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please kindly hit the subscribe button and let's grow together. There is this trade I took yesterday. There's this particular trade I took yesterday, and so far so good. It has been running so well. It's been running so well. So now, if you're wondering what this channel is about, this channel is for traders. So this channel is basically for traders. If you are struggling or trading, you don't know yet what you are doing wrong in your trading. So if you're still trying to figure out your strategy and you want help, so this is where this channel comes in. So just hit these subscribe buttons and always turn on your notification button so that any video I drop, you will get the notification immediately. But trust guys, I'm going to be dropping a lot of values on this channel, and I'm not sure you would like to miss out. So subscribe please. So now, I hope some of you know what I trade, and the things I trade actually is volatility, but the concept you are going to learn from this channel, you can apply it in every other asset. You can apply it in forex, you can apply it to commodities, you can apply it to future markets, you can apply it to anything that, in as much as the thing has candlestick in it. All right, so you can apply it to them. So without wasting much time, I want to show you guys how to find a market directional bias in the market. How to find a directional bias. Now I'm going to be opening VIX 10 seconds, 1 seconds. So, and what I want you guys to look at is, first of all, where is price coming from? Where is price coming from, and where is price heading to? So these are the two things you need to discover whenever you open your chart. The first thing you should do is what? Where is price coming from? And then the second thing is, where is price likely going to? So I know this might sound simple, but it's not actually easy, right? It's not simple. It's not that easy to find. So, but don't overcomplicate it. Anytime you open your chart, don't overcomplicate it. Just make it as simple as possible, right? So now, when you look at this chart, what can you see? Where is there an obvious break of structure? Where is there obvious break of structure? When you find out where there is an obvious break of structure, it will now help you to know where price is now actually heading to. All right. So now looking at my chart, you can see price was making a series of, at this level, price was making a series of higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. This was the last higher high that formed, right? So what did you see? Price came back to this level and did what? And formed another what? Instead of breaking this higher high, it did what? It now did what? It now failed to break this, and it formed what? This high here, but it didn't take out this last high. So what did price do? It now came back and changed this market structure. So once you notice something like this, once you notice something like this happen, once you see something like this happen, so just know that the next thing you're expected to do is what? Next thing you're expected to do is what? Mark out this change of character. We call it change of character or market structure shift. Okay, we call it a change of character or market structure shifts. So you can decide to call it whatever you like. It doesn't matter, in as much as you can spot the particular zone in the market, right? So it doesn't matter whatever you're calling it. All right, so now you call it what? For me, let me call it church, right? Market change of character. So there is a change of character at this level, and what else can we see? What else can we see? We can see that this level has become what? A structural liquidity. As we all know, I'm going to be talking about structural liquidities and how to identify structural liquidity in our subsequent videos. All right, so I'm going to be teaching a lot of things here. So I'm going to talk about how to find your the valid structural liquidity. You know, there are a series of things that you must know in order for you to spot this strategy very well, and if you're missing out in any of them, you are not going to actually spot it correctly, right? So because of that, I'm going to be teaching you guys structural liquidity, how to mark out your zones, the zones where price is going to react from, or likely going to react from, right? So now let's represent our structural liquidity with this dollar sign at this level, right? Let's represent it with this dollar sign. And then what else? We can see a sweep of liquidity around this level. This is what? A sweep of liquidity. A sweep of liquidity. Maybe we can represent it with X sign. This is a sweep of liquidity. We already have our what? Structural liquidity. So the next thing is to find our what? Our order block. Our order block. This is analyzing from the higher time frame to the lower time frame. All right. So as you can see now, what I'm using is daily time frame, and you know you are not expected to do what? Trade from that higher time frame. You're expected to do what? Break it down. So once you break it down, okay, you can now know where to trade from, or you step down to your maybe 1 hour or 30 minutes or any time frame at all, just to observe where price is coming from. So now when the price is at this level, when price is coming towards this level, look at the movements now. This is higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Once price tap at this level, you are expected to do what? Step down to your lower time frame. Not to start trading immediately. You have to wait for what? Confirmation. This is where patience come in. A lot of people will not be patient enough to see, okay, if this zone is going to hold, or is going to break this level out. And how can you know if a zone is going to hold? Is by waiting patiently to observe what market is trying to do. I hope I'm not too fast, right? So it's by waiting patiently to observe what market is trying to do. So how do you know what market is trying to do? Is to give us that the same pattern on the lower time frame. So now let's go to our 1 hour time frame to observe what market is trying to do at that zone. So if you have a question, you can drop your question on the comment section. We are going to be coming to that side, the side of questions. So if you have a question, don't worry, I'm going to give you room for questions and answers. So but now let's just focus on understanding the concept first. All right, so now this is the zone where the price tapped. All right, this is the zone where the price tapped. So how do you know that price is about to reverse? How do you know? Now look at this level. I hope you can see my screen clearly, right? Look at this zone. What do you observe? Price came to this level and did what? And changed character. We're having what? We're having, sorry, let me start again. We're having this higher low, higher high, higher low. This is the last higher low that formed, and then a break of structure. So we are expecting that price is going to come back to this level and do what? And hold to break another structure. But what did price do? Price came to this level and did what? And shift completely. So because price have shifted completely, what are we now expecting to do is to wait for what? Wait for price to come back to that level. So also I'm going to be teaching you guys more about the zones, the POIs I use. All right, POIs I use. So I basically use two type of POIs. So I use, is either I'm using order block or I'm using breaker block. So whichever one that formed or whichever one that I see price is one trying to do, so that is the one I personally use. All right, So now we have noticed our what? A shift, market structure shifts around this level or church in our lower time frame. All right, we have noticed this. So what are we expected to do now? Wait for a pullback. There is a pullback that needs to happen for us to know, okay, prices have finally changed direction. And where do you see that pullback? We can see the pullback around this level. We can see the pullback around this level. I hope you all can see my screen, right? We can see the pullback around this level. So now, remember I told you guys that I use two words. I use two POIs, right? So, and is either the two. So if I didn't see one, that means I'm definitely going to look for another one. If I didn't see a breakout, an order block, I'm definitely going to use breaker block. And there's a condition for using these two. So it's not much that you use your breaker block at every setup. So there is a condition that needs to be in check for you in order for you to use the breaker block. So, and I'm going to be telling you guys, I'm going to tell you guys these conditions. So, and you must be very careful to apply them, otherwise you just see price come and take you out or liquidate your zone. All right, so now, so we have, let me adjust this level at this zone. So now look at the zone. We have our structural liquidity around this level. I hope you guys can see the screen clearly, right? So we have our structural liquidity, we have our market structure shift, we have our sweep of left hand side sweep, right? So now where are we expecting to hold this trade from? So if you all observe, we were expecting price, we expected that price should come back to this level before, where it was just giving us higher highs and higher lows, right? So we're expecting that price should come to this level and be able to hold this trade. Do you understand? So to be able to hold this trade to the upside, but what did price do? Price broke the level, showing that this level markets have already shifted. So what are you expecting price to do again? Wait for price to come back to that level, to that zone. Since price broke the level and did not come back to it, it only gave us, it didn't tap this zone. I hope you can see my screen very well. So it didn't tap the level. Are you understanding? So it didn't tap this level. So what you are expected to do is what? Wait for price to actually come back and mitigate this order block or breaker block at this level. So what is breaker block and what is order block is very simple. So I guess you guys know the meaning of order block by now, but in the event you don't know what order block is, there's no problem. So if you don't know what order block is, I'm going to be also telling you about that. So order block is actually a zone where there is a massive, whenever you notice a massive candle and without price mitigating the level, so that level, that order block, that candlestick becomes what? An order block. There is where the zone where there is an institutional order. Can you all understand me right now? So now we have this order block that's failed around this level. We call it order block because price is supposed to respect that zone. But what did price do? Price didn't respect it. It broke that zone and continued pushing downward. And not even that, price did not come back and tap that zone. Are you understanding? Price didn't come back and tap this level. Do you get? So now because of that, price is going to, whatever price do is still going to come back to this zone. So what are you expected to do? Wait patiently for price to do whatever it has to do at this zone and come back to the zone. Are you understanding? So wait patiently for price to come back to that zone and do what? And continue the buy. So I'm going to show you guys a buy I took yesterday on this zone. You can see it now. So you can decide to choose whatever risk to reward or a profit you want to take. So for me, 1:4 or 1:3 is okay for me. So once price get to this level, I just target my 1:3 and I'm out of the trade and we look for another setup. I mean, this is something that happens all the time, so there's no point of being greedy. Just take what you are okay with and then move to the next trade or wait for another pattern to form. It always happens all the time. All right, so I hope this little explanation is very clear. So you don't need to overcomplicate it. You just have to keep it very simple. Know where price is coming from and where price is going to. And how do you do this? You have to start from your higher time frame. You understand? So start from your higher time frames to analyze, not just jump onto a pattern because you see, okay, this pattern gave me a left hand side sweep. It gave me um all the things that you trade is there, so you just jump into the trade like that. No, what you should do is what? Observe where price is coming from. Is this zone going to hold or is it not going to hold? So in this channel I'm going to also be teaching you guys some things that is going to make your trade stand out. All right, not just stand out, but you would avoid losses, unnecessary losses. You will not be taking unnecessary losses. So that is what I'm going to be teaching you guys on this channel. So because there are still more to it, unlike a premium and discount zone, how to actually mark out these premium and discount zones. So now price is bearish, right? So you don't have to overcomplicate it. You can also see this zone, this pattern here formed here. You can see higher highs, higher lows, and price formed at this level. Price reacted at this level. So price supposed to hold at this level, but it didn't hold. So we are also expecting price to. So just know that you are going to learn a lot from this, and if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe so that we can grow this channel together. All right, so I just target whatever I'm comfortable with, and then I will move on to the next one. So you can see, and the same thing happened here. So that is how it works. Don't need to overcomplicate it. Let me show you guys the trade I took. I told you that the price now, because we already know price is now bearish, right? Price is now bearish, so whatever you're going to be doing should be selling. Don't buy until you notice a change of character again. So now where do we notice our next another break of structure? We notice another break of structure at this zone. Can you all see it now? This is another break, continuation sales. So we have another BOS around this level. So but how do you now determine where you are going to sell? So there's a secret to this. Anytime you want to sell or you want to buy, always sell from a zone where there is a sweep. Always sell from the zone where there is a sweep of the left hand side sweep. That is what will actually make you not to take losses, unnecessary losses on the market, right? So sell from that zone where there is a sweep. How do we identify this? Let's go to 15-minute time frame. I actually took this trade from 15-minute time frame. So let me go to 15-minute time frame and I'll show you guys what happened there. So remember, we have already marked out our first zone. We have already seen, okay, price took at this level, and then we are now looking at where price is likely going to. And how do we know where price is likely going to? We know where price is likely going to from a zone where there is a sweep. All right, so now let's go to 15-minute time frame. I wanted to show you guys something. All right, so now we are seeing, so yes, so now look at this level. You can notice there's a sweep here. There's a sweep here. Let's represent this sweep with X. So now, and there's what? A structural liquidity. There's an internal break of structure here that happened. IBOS. There's internal break of structure that happened here. So because there is this, what else are we now looking at for? We look at for what? Structural liquidity. So I'm going to be detailing these things in this channel. We look at for what? Internal structural liquidity. So let's identify this with what our dollar sign, and then the next thing is what our order block. So after you have identified these three things, the next thing now is what your order block, and where is it? Is at this level. So what do you notice? You notice price now came to this order block and immediately took off from this sniper level. It took off from this sniper level, and where is the target? This is the target. All right. So this is a 1:4 risk reward. 1:4 risk reward. So that is it, guys. If you want to learn more about this strategy or this concept, so hit this subscribe button. If you are still missing out on something, I know a lot of people say I know about this, I know how to trade this, but you are still taking unnecessary losses. That means there's something you are not doing right. And if you want to know that thing that you're not doing right, so this channel is perfectly for you. So I hope this helps a lot. And so just subscribe and hit the subscribe button, the like button, share this channel so that we all can grow and make money together. All right. So till next time, trade what you see. All right, trade what you see. Don't trade what you think. Peace.